don't you just ever make love? This somebody's like, I don't make love. I fuck hard. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content on my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. We gotta get to the part of the stream where I have to start talking about these movie films, chat. I am doing a scene by scene breakdown, chat, for 50 Shades of Grey. Now, typically, chat, I like to ask you Katie, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well. Katie, chat. I like to ask you a very specific question before I get into the nitty-gritty details of these reviews. And that question being, chat, how many of you have seen and or read 50 Shades of Grey, chat, or any of the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy books or whatever they're called? Any of them. Maurice was like, me, and I'm proud of it. Katie, I'm a female, so I've seen and read them all. There we go. I was interested. Chris Harris once on TV a couple years ago. I've seen reviews of it, says Casfe. Austin's like, no. How about one time for a sexy movie? Not really that sexy, honestly. I'm going to tell you that right now. See, with a master pancake, oh, that's the way to see it, Queen. That's the way to see it. Would you ask? Hell no. Solomon says, nope. To go, saw it in theaters with my ex took me to see it. He said, I've seen the entire franchise. All right. Edmund, no, I'd rather not. Dimple, I haven't seen 50 Shades of Grey. I would rather just watch porn. Honestly, that's probably better. Just watch porn. Yeah, it's far kinkier than anything that 50 Shades does. At least the first one. I haven't seen all of them, chat, so I don't know. But I agree. Heard you've never seen Fake Twilight, which is also be called. And he's like, nada. Only saw reviews, and that was it. Says Darksiders, but not here. V, I see, and they had nothing. Heard good thing about the Marlon Wayans version of 50 Shades of Black. I did not see that one. Do you know, I've seen this movie once, and I was like, this movie is about sex. It just so much sucks. Alex Bernal, Cherry Pop. It's funny. I never wanted to, says Clad. Alex Bernal, low. Also, Nick, I feel like outside Chris' room is hotter than anything in this movie. No, sadly not. Sadly not. It's about to be. It's about to be, Joe. I'm about to get into, but, so this is good. We have some of you have seen, a lot of you have not seen. That's what I like to see, chat. That's what I like to see, because then some of you people who are experts on this or who have read it could keep me on task, chat, in the movie. When I fucking go, excuse me, Chris, you missed this one scene with the erotic. I'll be like, I apologize. It just kind of all got lost in the hodgepodge abomination of this movie, chat. But I have not. So I've seen clips of this movie on stream, maybe the other ones too. I don't even know. I guess like years ago, because I know this came out like in 2015, 2016, like around that time. And I knew of the book. Actually, I have a very funny story about the 50 Shades, chat. But really, for those that don't know, 50 Shades, it's fan fiction. The author, which is a pseudonym, E.L. James Shea. It's not her actual name. That's just the name she published under for the book. I don't know the actual author's name. I don't really care to know her. But this was literally Twilight fan fiction, chat, where, places like fan fiction, not where I've read erotic Sonic fan fiction for you. People can just go there and read up their stuff and publish it. And, I'm not even like hating on all fan fiction. I'll tell you that right now, because I think fan fiction in general gets a really bad rap. And I'll say this, like, yes, there's a glut of erotic versions and slash fics and all that, all that stuff. Hey, you like that stuff? Yeah, it's there for you. There you go. You can upload it, enjoy it, and enjoy it with other people of that same community. But I think fan fiction, from what I've said too, like writers and things like, hey, like in order to get into writing, whether it be creatively, I started doing fan fiction. That inspired my career as a writer. So there are tons of positive aspects about fan fiction writing, chat. So I'm not going to come in here and just poo-poo, all over fan fiction writing and these various websites that allow you to upload this. I'm not. Okay, like no, they help people get better. They're able to articulate their power of the written word, chat. So it actually has a lot of positive aspects of it, chat. But you have this other side that publishes trash, and this is what this is, chat. This is straight up erotic Sonic fan. I'm not kink shaming anything, but this is straight up erotic Twilight fan fiction. And they published this. The author changed some scenarios around, changed some characters around. Where you had fucking Edward. you know, and then you had Bella, and they were involved in this kinky stuff. She's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna switch these names, and boom, and she created a massive goddamn, you know, franchise chat. I'm not gonna hate on the person for making money, all right? I'm gonna hate on the person for their work, maybe. You know, it's kind of fucked up how they view certain relationships, chat, and how characters should be. Like, I will critique it for that. The movie is interesting because the movie also seems to want to critique it at the same time. We'll get into that, chat. I want to get your opinions, but yeah, honestly, it's bad. I'm not gonna tell you it's like, well, wait, chat, wait, let me tell you. But no, it's a bad movie. It's you know, it's based on trash. But you know, I didn't want to just paint with a broad brush all fan fiction. That's one thing I do want to say at the top. Because fan fiction can be very good for people. It can be fun, and you go like, "Hey, this is my own series. What I want to see with these characters." You know, I think that is legitimately really cool. I think fan fiction often gets a really bad rap from people because of stuff like this, and other times it can be a very positive outlet for people to be creative with someone else's characters and things. And sometimes it could be even better. So no hating to people that enjoy fan fiction. I'm not hating on you at all. If anything, I think that's a really fun avenue of people that want to get into creative writing. It's perfect. It's perfect. Larry Miguel, I listened to series and said, yeah, so there's probably people who you know, also in the chat who like fan fiction or who listen to people who write fan fiction or audio stuff. And so I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. But my own exposure, by the way, thank you, Dark Saber, for the 5 biddies. At least there's a passion, certain fix. Plus, there's some unique stories the might stream won't. Exactly. No, that's cool. That's really cool. I think, hey, more power to you. More power to you. But my, like, again, like so many people, I never read the books. I never saw the movies when they came out. I saw clips online, people mocking them in reviews and things like that. And I was aware of certain things. But this is really my first time sitting down actually watching the film, chat. Apparently, when this came out in 2015, you know, a lot of people were goddamn excited for it, chat. Made $569.7 million on a $40 million budget. Huge financial success. I don't know if the other ones were as successful. I really don't know. I didn't even look that up. I assume they were. But movie made a lot of goddamn money, chat. A lot of horny, kinky people out there. And the thing is like, okay, more, like I always say, I'm not kink shaming anybody on stream. Never going to do that. But the one thing that stuck out to me about this movie, chat, was how there is so little sex stuff in it, or even the sex stuff. Maybe I'm just a deplorable piece of shit. Maybe I'm just like, I've seen kink here. And it's just like, I guess this is kind of, I guess for like the mainstream, you know, apple pie eating American is just like, I don't know about this stuff. I don't know about the internet. Like it'd be, oh my God, it would be a revelation, chat. But you know, for us depraved fucks out there, I've been like, I mean, I guess. You got bondage material, you got whips and things. Honestly, it's just kind of the weird, toxic, it's the stuff outside of the bondage things. And I'm like, that's the real issue I have with this movie. That's the real creepy shit in there, chat. Thank you, Chris Harris, for the 5 biddies. That's the real creepy shit. Like what Christian Grey pulls and the kind of character that Dakota Johnson is, that Annie, with all those dumb fucking names, Christian Grey and Annie Steele. It's like, all right, whatever. That's just vanilla for us. Yeah, I mean, the sexual stuff, but it's the relationship stuff. It's the Dom stuff that plays out in public. I'm like, this is kind of fucked up and weird and gross and creepy. And that's the stuff that I had an issue with, chat. Like, I think a lot of people had an issue with, chat. That's the thing. They're very, very much porn names. They're very much Annie Steele and Christian Grey. Very much so. If anything activities, I saw a video by a YouTuber that does a book to film adaptations, and he was really upset with the book itself since it doesn't give the sub-dom relationship at all. He made it sound like it's close to that 365 day. Yeah, I mean, kind of is. I mean, we'll get into it. 365 is that's in another category, but yeah, that's in the goddamn stratosphere. That's in fucking space compared to 50 Shades. Well, I'll talk about that. I'll make some comparisons later on. But it's really the outside the kinky things that I was like, this is kind of fucked up and weird, that bothered me about the movie. But yeah, I do have one story to tell. It's very short, about 50 Shades of Grey. So this was years ago. This is when I guess the movie was coming out. It must have been like in 2015. And I remember I was visiting my parents in Connecticut. They were living in Connecticut at the time. And we would go to like Mystic, Connecticut, which is this very well-known area, like little city town. They have museums and things. There's also the setting of Mystic Pizza, movie with Julia Roberts. Thank you, Kate, for the 5 biddies. Looks were better, I promise. Same with Charlie. No, I'm sure they were. Name with the 5 biddies, Katie. And I remember going to this, like, they always had this, like, little privately owned bookstore there. It was actually quite big. But I always go there, chat. I remember just looking around and stuff because my parents were doing something. And I remember this little girl, she walked up to this big shelf, chat, this big shelf that had all the 50, because 50 Shades had just come out, like the movie, and they were promoting the shit out of the book, chat. And I remember this little girl with, like, her mom and dad were there. I was pushing a stroller or something, and the little girl pointed at the 50 Shades of Grey. She's like, "Look, mommy, that's the book that you're always reading." And she goes, "Yes, that's nice. That's nice." I was like, I thought that was fucking hilarious. I was like, "That's perfect. That is perfect." It's like, okay, all right, let's go. I love that. Now, every time I think of 50 Shades, I think of that little girl and that very embarrassed mom. Oh, that was a good time. That was a good time. That's my one positive memory of 50 Shades of Grey. Outside of actually reading and or seeing the material. I had only seen maybe clips online at that point, maybe for reviews mostly. But chat, now we got to get into the proper nitty-gritty deals. We got to do my scene by scene breakdown, chat. It starts with Christian Grey, chat. He's getting up and this motherfucker's rich, chat. He has a luxurious lifestyle, chat. Kind of reminds me of American Psycho in a way with Christian Bale, chat. He gets up, he does his whole, performance of like, this is how I start my morning. This is where I put in my skin. This is how many fucking push-ups and crunches I do every morning to maintain my fucking immaculate physique. Like, this is what he does, chat. And everything is gray all around him, chat. Like, it's appropriate. It takes place in Seattle, so it's always fucking raining and overcast all the time, chat. I've been to Seattle, and that's all it is. You get occasionally sunlight, maybe every 1 or 2 months, but it's very overcast, chat, being around the coast there. And, this is his fucking life, chat. Going to business meetings and things. He controls this goddamn empire, chat. He's like 28 years old or something. He's already a fucking billionaire. They never say what he does, by the way. They say it's like, oh, he does like all these things. He has fucking, hydroponic farms in Africa and solar panels and like all this shit. He owns various stocks. It's like, but what does your company do? They never tell you what his company does. I have no fucking clue what they do. He's just fucking rich, and he does tech things. Exactly. He's into tech and things. But he buys all, it's funny, like they set up his company. It's the biggest tech manufacturer in this world, this fictional world, and yet everyone's using an Apple product. Like, he's using an Apple product. So I guess his fucking computers suck. And like, Apple got a nice, they got a goddamn good deal with this movie. Oh, all you see is Apple throughout this film, chat. It's very funny. A lot of marketing in the movie itself. A lot of advertising in the movie. Even got one for Coca-Cola and all that shit. And various brands of wine and liquor. But he's just enjoying his god. It just shows you, chat. And this is in contrast, chat, to our character of Annie, played by Dakota Johnson. Funny enough, the daughter, I did not know this, of Don Johnson, chat. I did not know that was him. I did not know that was her dad, but I was like, oh, shit. Oh, there you go. But you got good old Dakota Johnson, chat, and she's Annie, and she's the prototypical, shy, mousy girl, no self-esteem, chat, no self-esteem. Every guy hits on her. She's like, no, thank you. Like, everyone is just lusting after her. And it's like, okay, that's kind of creepy at first, but it's like, honestly, she just fucking annoys me. It's like to the point where it's like, okay, you got to stand up for yourself at one point. That's why Christian Grey, that's what happens. That's why he fucking singles her out. It's like, foremost target identified. You're meek, you're weak, and I could take advantage of you. That's what it is, Chef. But she's like this mouse. She wears frumpsy clothes and everything. And she's just so goddamn shy. She can barely hold a conversation with people. Like anybody. She could barely talk to anybody. She's like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm just like, wow, what an annoying fucking character to be with. That's the thing. Like, how I wonder how Dakota Johnson feels about this role now. Like, again, I totally understand why you want to take this movie. Because everyone involved, even the actor they cast for Chris, I don't know his name, but. And like, this is a huge franchise opportunity. It's going to get my name out there. Boom. And it did. And both positively and negatively. I don't doubt it. But it really is this role for her. I don't think does her any favors, Sha. It's like, I mean, she gets naked, but I don't care. Like, I had an option to watch this with the theatrical version, the unrated version. And I chose the theatrical version because it's like, nothing in here is going to arouse me or anything like that. So it's like, there's nothing. And then when they do get naked, it's like, it's not sexy. It's not sexy sexy to me. So I was like, I was never punched like, oh, here we go. Woo! No, that never crossed my mind. So I was like, theatrical version, please. I mean, what they do show you, I mean, you do see mostly what it is. You see the like Christian Grey's butt. You see Dakota Johnson's breasts and her butt chat. You don't see her pubic region. You do see. I will say this: fucking Christian Grey. He's rocking a goddamn 70s styles bush down there. Because when he pulled, I think he wore a fake phallus shed, a fake penis, a prosthetic penis. Because he pulls his pants down. I'm like, that thing doesn't look right. That thing I think is a little fucked up. And this is this goddamn, looked like a fucking afro he stuffed down his pants. It's just, I mean, like a poof right out of his pants. I was like, dude, you need fucking manscaping. And like, you should listen. I always get those commercials all the time on YouTube. That's what he desperately needs. I guess they didn't have him in 2015, but that thing goes poo. And you see like the top of his shaft. And like, that's not a real fucking penis. I know what a real penis looks like, Chad. That ain't the goose. That ain't the goose, Chad. That ain't a real penis, okay? And apparently, even he said, I wore a prosthetic penis. We didn't actually never. There was no penetration or anything like that in the movie. They don't show anything like that. Maybe there is. I don't know, but. At least not in the version I saw. But he has like a plastic dick, and I'm just like, I know what that is. That's not real. So I knew that. But Anna, she's super shy. She's a little derpy too. She's going to college. She's taking English literature. So when she graduates, she can, find literally no work unless you're gonna be teaching, unless you're doing English and you're gonna have a minor in teaching or something like that. Then I understand. But no, she's just going straight English lit, and it's like that's very hard. I mean, more power to you. Do what you want to, what you want to do for the rest of your life. Leave me. I understand that, but it's like you need a fucking minor to do that because you're gonna teach English lit. If you're gonna learn English lit, you gotta teach that shit, or you be prepared to work at a barista somewhere. That's all I'm fucking saying. I'm just forewarning you. Okay, get that good teaching minor in there. All right, and that's what she does. And you're probably thinking, how does this little mousy, derpy girl get to Christian Grey? Because apparently, chat, she lives with her roommate, chat, who's a journalist major, and she became very sick. And she asked Derpy Annie, can you go see Christian Grey? Somehow, this is the other thing I don't fucking believe. So they work for a college newspaper. It's like, okay, fine. But this college newspaper, chat, has somehow, her roommate, whose name I don't fucking remember, I don't care. By the way, roommate, very attractive, very pretty. I'm gonna give some respect to the roommate, chat. I don't know what her name is. Let's see. Also, Jamie Dornan plays Christian. She's 27. He's 27 years old. Bull fucking shit. But the person who plays one of her friends, is it Victor? No, it's not. That's the rapey guy. That's the rapey guy, chap. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what her name is, but you know her fucking name, chap. You can find out. The blonde bombshell, chap. Blonde bombshell. Very, very pretty girl. But I think I'm calling bullshit on this one, chap. I'm calling big time bullshit on this. Thank you guys for the 5 minutes. This movie needs some sad dad. Needed a little bit of sad dad. There is a dad in it, but he's neither sad. He's just there. I'm in the scene now. All right, I'm gone. Bye everybody. And he just leaves. That's it. Just for one fucking scene. He's neither sad nor entertaining, nor meme worthy, which I take issue with. But this is like, okay, number one, I take issue with this movie. Is that somehow this college student, Chad, who works for this college newspaper, has somehow secured an interview with one of the wealthiest billionaires, chat, to one of the biggest tech companies in the world. How the fuck did you do that? How did you do that? I want to know. Thank you. Mick Yarn, thank you for the 3 biddies. My heart's a pitter pattern. Thank you guys for all the generosity. I'm like, that's bullshit thing number one. It's like, that, there's no way. But apparently Anna's blonde roommate, she is very sick, and she's like, fucking Annie. Derpy Annie, go and talk to him for me, okay? All right, and she's like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not good at talking to people. And she's like, it's okay. Just ask him. Just literally ask him the question. I wrote the questions on a fucking piece of paper. Ask him these questions. Take the recording device. Press on. Okay, press the red button. He's like, which button? The red one, Annie. The red. I don't know. It's like there's 2 red. No, the big one. It's like, oh, okay, that one. All right, and then you can go and talk to him. You go talk to him, take care of everything, and like Annie's about to go out. She's like, "You're gonna wear that?" She's wearing this very frumpy looking clothes, chat, like very frumpy, and everything. And she's like, "Girl, you gotta dress up better." And she's like, "That's not what I always dress like. It's what I look like." He's like, "All right, whatever, go." And then she, odd shoes. She patooey. She keeps sneezing all the time. And then she drives her like her little car chat, her little bug, the little like I forgot what the fucking car. It's like Volkswagen Bug chat. She drives that to Christian Grey Enterprises, it's called, Chad. Grey Enterprises. And yeah, she parks, goes up the fucking elevator. Apparently doesn't know how elevators work, Chad. She's like, "I don't know which way do I turn? Where's the door gonna open?" It's like she's gonna have a fucking panic attack in the elevator. It's like, Jesus Christ. She's like a fucking deer in the headlights. That's why I imagine Christian Grey went after. He's like, when's the door gonna open? And it opens behind her because she's stupid. And it's like, oh, there it is. And the lady, all of Christian Grey's staff chat, they're all fucking lifeless automatons because they just come up there. It's like, "You have a meeting with Christian Grey today. Are you the blonde girl?" And she's like, "No, my name is Annie." "You will do. We are processing this." And they fucking take her. It's like, "Okay." And like, "We may take your jacket." And it's like, "Okay, I guess you can take my jacket. All right, it's fine." And it's like, "Go see Christian Grey." And this is fucking weird. So they walk up to his office. The automaton, life is automaton, opens the goddamn door. And Annie's just like, "I forgot how to walk." And she immediately fucking just falls flat on her goddamn face. I guess she doesn't know how doors work. And so when she pushes it open, she's like, "Should I keep leaning? Should I keep leaning into it?" And she just falls. Just fucking falls. And Christian Grey's like, "What? What happened?" And it's hilarious because the automaton, his staff's like, fuck that bitch. And they just close the door. They don't even help her up or anything. Just close the door on her and just walks away. So it's like, okay, is this how it's going to be? Fair enough. And so then Christian Grey is like, "Blonde girl from the college newspaper?" And she's like, "No, my name is Annie, Anastasia Steele." Or no, Annie calls herself Annie Steele, Anastasia Steele. And the thing, he always calls her Anastasia. And she's like, "My friends call me Annie." He's like, "We're not going to be friends." Later on in the movie. And he's like, "I'm covering her. She just came down with like the cold, flu, sick stuff. I don't know." And he's like, it's okay. I mean, I can give you 10 minutes. She's like, "Okay, that's all I need is 10 minutes. And she sits down, Chad. She's got like her little recorder device. She's got a little notebook to write all the answers out and everything. And she's like, "Okay, so I don't know really how this thing works." She means talking? He's like, "No, like interviews and stuff." He goes, "Usually you just start and I just start, answering them." She's like, "Okay," but then she's like, doesn't have a fucking writing utensil. She doesn't have a pen or a pencil. He goes, "All right." Fucking gives her his very long, very phallic pencil. First sexual scene of the movie, chap. Boom. Hands it to her. She's like, "Thank you." It's like, you're going for a fucking interview. You gotta have a writing utensil. And she's like, "Okay." And she's like, "Okay, these are the questions. I got the red button." Boom. Nailed it, red button. Okay. So, and it's straight up chat. It's like, as someone who is as young as you are, how did you acquire your wealth at such an early age? And he's like, "Seriously?" And she's like, "I'm just reading the questions. I was told to read the questions." He goes, and he starts mumbo jumbo, like, I'm a people person. I understand people. I get to know them. I understand what makes them tick, what they love, what they lust after, the things they hate. And I make judgments on that. I make judgments on their behavior, and I sell products to them that they want. That's what we do at Grey Enterprise. She's like, "Whoa, that's really cool. Next question. Are you gay?" It's like, all right, here we go. And Christian Grey's like, "Excuse me?" She goes, "Well, I'm sorry." Sarah, thank you so much. Rescribe 13 months over a year. It's a pleasure to see you here, Sarah. Hope you're doing very well. I'm still in the car. That's how you make the fucking money. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. That's how it works, shit. Why are you gay? Kristen, why are you gay? He's like, "Excuse me?" And she's like, "I'm sorry." Sarah, it's a pleasure to have you here. "I'm sorry." They never say what products a night to Nick. We never know what he sells. I don't know. I wish I had an answer for you because she says, you do all these things around the world. And she says, mentions like hydroponic farms in Africa, windmills in Germany. And but then she starts questioning his intentions if that these are actually altruistic. And he says, I do things that I like that please me. And she goes, oh, that's hot. But question number 2, Christian Grey, are you gay? And he goes, excuse me, I'm sorry, it was written on the paper. And he goes, I am not gay. She's like, I think she's just thinking that because, you know, I don't know. She was like looking at pictures at you online, and you're not with any girls, and she assumed that. I'm sorry. It was probably like really, really offensive what I just say. He's like, don't worry about it. No, it's a good question. He starts looking at you. He's like a fucking tiger. Looking at a goddamn deer. Looking at a gazelle. Just keeps staring at her, and he moves closer to her. And, you know, he's just like, he wants to know more about her. It's like, so, what are you into? You into some kinky sex stuff? She's like, what? No. He's just like, for all reason, the interview shifts, and he starts talking to her, chat, because she's very, very, submissive. So he recognizes that she's just very submissive in general. And so it's like, okay. I am just going to analyze you and see if you would be good for my sexual deviances. And she's like, well, I'm sorry. I know you're, that's the thing, because the fucking secretary comes back and says, Mr. Grey, your 10 a.m. is here. He says, cancel the meeting. I'm talking to Annie. And she's like, no, I can go. It's fine. He's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Happy to answer all your questions. And then we cut, and he walks to the fucking elevator, and she's like, I'm glad you walked me in the elevator. I don't know how elevators work. The door, I don't know when the door opens and when it closes. It's very confusing. And he's like, no problem. And he just fucking takes something from her, chat. When she turns around and goes, boop, he takes like the questionnaire and goes, whoop. And he lets her go out the goddamn door. And, you know, he's like, Anna? She's like, Christian, and they're like, it's getting very hot and steamy, chat, because she was just looking at his hot bod as he was walking her to the elevator, chat. And then when she goes out the door, chat, out the building, it starts fucking raining. She's like going, oh my god, oh Jesus, because she's getting wet. Get it? See, you understand, chat? It's like symbolism, chat. She's getting wet. In more ways than one. And so then she goes back to her apartment. She's like, oh, blonde roommate, I'm sorry he didn't answer. She's like, oh, you did great. She's like, what? He sent me the email right now, answered all the questions. And she's like, whoa, that's like really crazy. Wow. And she's like, yeah. Now I just gotta go ahead and get this photo of him. That's what I gotta do. I gotta get a photo of him. We'll clear, but we'll be able to publish the article. It'll be fantastic. And she's like, well, congratulations. That's amazing. Thank you, Deadpool, the 5 biddies. I think Christian Grey takes interviews with college newspapers to find college girls to groom for sex stuff. Wow, that is, yep, that's it. You fucking nailed it. Impressionable college-age women, which wow. He's a fucking predator. That's it. It has layers. It's like an onion chip. It's like an ogre. It has layers. Christian Grey has layers. He's like an ogre. Jason Bayer, thank you so much for resubscribing. For subscribing, excuse me. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Happy to have you. You're one with the Revenites. But she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go to, she went to her classes, Chad, taking English lit classes and everything. And then she works at a hardware store. By the way, before she goes to the hardware store, she's going to drive to it, and you get this one guy, chat, named Jose, and he just is clearly lusting after. He's like, hey, I just got this big award for this art thing, for this photo. She goes, that's amazing, and so congratulations, Jose. He's like, yeah, Annie, we're going to be celebrating a couple days. We'd love to have you come out and drink with us and party. Woo! We're valedictorian and all that. Woo! Thank you. Mitch Yarn for the 3 biddies. What was the point of going to see Christian in person if he was just going to answer all the questions in email? Yes. Again, a very good question. Very good question. You're open, chat. You're applying logic to a film that is illogical. I respect you for it, but it's an effort that will lead to nothing, chat. Sadly, but you are right. You are right. No question about it, Mickey Arm. So, Jose clear is lusting after her, but she's like, okay, well, congratulations. He goes, yeah, hug time. She's like, okay, let's do a hug. And he's like, yeah. It's like, oh, she's like, yes, we'll do cheek kisses. He's like, yeah, cheek kisses, those are great. And she gets in her fucking car and she drives to the hardware store. She's doing hardware store things. And there's this other fucking guy, blonde hardware store guy, who's also lusting after her. And it's like, hey, Annie, you need help with the nails? And he's like, no, I got all the nails here. It's fine. Goes, all right, you let me know if you need a good nailing. And he fucking walks away. And then eventually she's, just stacking shelves. And then she turns left, and Christian Grey is immediately in front of her. And she goes, woo! As you would do, Chad. He goes, oh, hi, Annie. I just saw you there while looking in the store. How the fuck did he find her? I imagine he's tracking her somehow. It's the shit he stole. Knew where she went to college, knew she had a job there, and he went there. He's fucking creepy. And this is like straight up serial killer stuff, Chad. And they even they kind of make fun of it here. And she goes, oh my God, Christian, what are you doing here? He's like, I need things for my playroom. And she goes, okay, what kind of thing? She's like, I need a cable ties to tie wrists and stuff. She goes, okay. Like Jason Bayer, thank you for the 5 minutes. I stalk you because I love you. Why aren't you texting me back? Why are you talking to me anymore? Why won't you call me back when I called you 57 times today? Yeah. Oh, hi, Annie. So how's your sex life? And he's just asking for all this fucking shit. Can't you think of the he does background checks on everyone he meets, especially his potential playthings. Yup, that's what he did. Clearly did it. And he's very good at it, too. He's done this before, Chad, at least 15 times. And so she's like, okay, cable ties. Let's go to the cable ties aisle. And she gives him the cable ties. She's like, what else would you like? And he's like, I need all of your duct tape. We can get you some duct tape. He's like, no. I need all of your duct tape. And she's like, okay. She goes, the duct tape. Is like, here's the duct tape. I will buy all the duct tape. And he buys all the duct tape. And then she's like, do you need anything else? And he goes, I need all of your rope. And she's like, okay. And she goes to the rope aisle, and she's really good at the rope, chap. And he's like, do you know how you went to the Girl Scouts or something? Because she's like able to spin it and measure it like just through her just by looking at it, she knows how much rope she has. And he's like, no, my dad, my dad, he was into a lot of hardware kind of stuff and building, so he used a lot of rope. He goes, that's hot. He's like, well, there's your rope. There's your rope. Well, yeah, this is pretty much a serial killer kit. And he goes, ha ha ha. I want to ring me up, and she's like, okay. They go up, and she rings him up. Deadpool thing with the 5 biddies. Oh, boy. Starts taking notes and dating from 50 Shades. Step 1, be handsome. Step 2, be rich. Nailed it. That's all you need to do. Be handsome, be rich, and then you can be the creepiest fucking imaginable. That's just how it works. Yeah, I'm kidnapping a lot of girls tonight, clearly. I think that's what he goddamn said. And so she rings him up, and then blonde hardware store goes like, hey, Annie, you need help bringing this guy up? And he's like, no, I got it. And these two fucking have a goddamn stare down at this point. And they're like, But Christian Grey's creepy stare is like, oh, I gotta go. And he just fucking leaves. It's like, and then, goddamn Annie, she's like, well, thank you for answering those questions to my roommate. And he goes, oh, no problem. Happy to do so. She goes, yeah, now he's like, he's asking, when's the article going to be published? And she says, oh, well, she's going to publish it very soon, but she needs a picture. She's just having some trouble because the copyright issue. She's like, oh, we can do a photo shoot. I can set up a photo shoot. You want to come to the photo shoot, Annie? And she's like, yeah. And she goes, great. So you tell your roommate that we're going to set up a photo shoot tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay, it's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'll see you there. And he fucking walks out the store. And he hands the fucking bag to the guy, Chip. Hands the bag to his driver, Taylor. That's his name. The driver walks over a fucking garbage bin, throws the shit in there. And they just drive away. And so it's like, that's pretty fucking weird and creepy. I was like, he just wanted to be here to talk to me. Thank you, Mogi, for the 50 minutes. Sorry, different subject. Curious, are you guys going to talk about Christopher Plummer on Double Toasted since he passed away last week? Maybe they'll talk about it tonight. I'm not sure. Maybe tonight. You should ask Corey about it. Maybe he turn that into a little discussion tonight on what's up with Oz. But he just throws that shit in the dumpster, chat, back to the man Alfred, pretty much. You know Bruce Wayne was in that kinky shit, too. And they fucking drive away. And then we're at the next day, chat. We're at the photo shoot, and Christian Grey's. You got Jose there. He's like the school photographer for the newspaper. And he's like, okay, Christian, how about a smile? Christian goes, I don't smile. And he's like, all right, or maybe no smiles. And fucking Annie's roommate's like, he has been staring at you the whole time. We cut to him, and he's literally just going, foremost target identified, just staring at her, chat. And she goes, yeah, he's really cute and handsome, and he asked me to go out to coffee with him afterwards. Ooh, and she's like, go get him, girl, go get him. She's like, yeah, I'm so excited. And they fucking go get coffee. And she's like, they pour the coffee, chat, and everything. And she's like, I just really want to thank you for the coffee. It's very nice. He goes, oh, no problem. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you here. He's like, so tell me about yourself. And thank you, Jason Bayer, for another 5 biddies. Appreciate support, Jay. You're so kind to me tonight. And so, he's like, tell me something about yourself, Annie. And she's like, well, I'm taking English Lit and graduating in a couple of days, as you know. My stepdad is really who I looked at as a father figure. My mom, she's been through like 4 husbands, but my original daddy died when I was just a baby. And my stepdad, I've always been very close to him, and he's really helped me out through everything. And it's like, even though we're not blood related, we just have this loving bond. And Christian Grey goes, okay, I'm bored. I want to leave now. And she's like, wait, what? He's like, I don't care. Get up. Get the fuck up, bitch. And they just stand up. And then she's like, okay. And she's like, did I do something wrong? He goes, I just don't do this dating thing. I don't date people. And she's like, okay. He's just like, it's just not what I do, okay? It's not what I'm into. And then he's like, all right, I guess I'll leave. She's just about to step off the curb. He's like, wait! And he grabs her, he pulls her towards him. She's about to get hit by a fucking Mack truck. Shit goes down the... Why is a fucking truck going so fast down a residential street? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. And she's pressed up against her bosom. He's like, oh! Right underneath his chin, he's like, I don't date anyone, Annie. You shouldn't see me anymore. I'm not good for you. And she goes, nah! And he pushes her... He pushes her onto the street, and he just walks away. And she's like, okay. And then she's like, all right, well, that was just fucking weird. Whatever. And so then she goes back to, it's like a day later, she goes back to her apartment, chat, but she sees there's a package there for her, and she opens the package. It's like, maybe it's filled with asbestos. And but it's not, shit. It's filled with all these books of all these fucking like authors she was a big fan of, talking about with Christian Grey, and they're like first edition books. And like Christian, it was a gift from him. She's like, oh my God. And the roommate comes in over. He's like, he clearly just wants you, girl. She's like, I don't think so. He's just kind of weird. I don't know if he's into this. He's like, I gotta send these back. That's what I gotta do. But tonight's the night they're graduating, chat, or they're gonna be graduating soon. And that's what they did. They completed their final exams. So final exams, boom. They're done. And let's go out and party. Let's get some drinks. Let's have a good time. Annie, chat, not known to be a drinker. She does the stupid thing, chat. She takes multiple shots like at once, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't fucking do that. That's not how you should drink. I typically poo-poo on shots because the part of drinking, I have always said, is not to get drunk. It's just to get relaxed, chat. Just enjoy yourself. Cheers and salute to you, Not to do shots. You can't appreciate the alcohol if you are doing shots of whiskey, chat. But that's what her and her dumb fucking college friends are doing. It's shot after shot. She can't drink. And, Jose is just fucking rubbing up on her the entire goddamn time. And she's like, I have to get up and pee. I need to pee. And she fucking goes to the bathroom, chat. She goes to the bathroom. Big fucking long line, chat. All the girls need to pee. And she's like standing there. She's like, tipsy. And then she sees her phone, chat. And she's like, she has a flip phone. It's 2015. She has a flip phone, which I thought was weird. I think we all had smartphones in 2015, but unless this takes place like in, I don't know, the mid-2000s or something. Maybe this is 2005, 2006. But she has like a fucking flip phone, which I'm like, this is odd to me. So maybe it's a period piece and I'm not even aware of it. I assumed it took place in 2015. So she flips the fucking phone open. She goes to his contact chat and goes, counts his name, about to delete it, but she goes, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to call him. She goes, beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. And she calls him, chat, and he's like sitting on his fucking, working on an Apple, by the way, even though he's a tech guy, the biggest tech company in the world, he's still using a fucking Apple computer. Okay, sure. And he sees Annie, and he's like, oh, yeah, she got the books. And he's like, hello, Christian. And she's all fucking drunk and everything. She's like, I just want to thank you for the books, but I got to give them back to you. I have to give them back. I don't want them. I already have them, okay? And he's like, Annie, have you been drinking? She's like, maybe I have. Maybe and it's their acting. I will say this. Like, I haven't seen Dakota Johnson in a lot of things, but man, it's bad. Like, you can tell when an actor's pretty bad when they can't drunk act, and Jesus Christ, she cannot drunk act yet. It's just really bad. She's like doing all these little fake hiccups and just like very like over the top, slurring her words and like saying things, saying her sentences and words out of order. It's just like, I got to go. Okay, he's like, Annie, no, tell me where you are right now. I don't want you to drink. She's like, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my fucking dad. You're not my stepdad, all right? You're not him. He's like, you gotta tell me what to do. You cannot drink, Annie. I will not allow you to drink, to do that to yourself. And she's like, I'm going. Bye, Chris, bye. Boop. He's like, I told him, didn't I, girl? And the girl's like, what the fuck you talking to? She's like, yeah, I did it. Eventually, Chad, she's walking out because he wants to go. I gotta go home. I don't feel good. She steps out on the curb, Chad, and then fucking Jose is like, Annie. She's like, hi, Jose. He's like, oh, come on. You must be cold out here. Here, take my jacket. She's like, it's very warm. Thank you, Jose. You're such a good friend. He's like, yeah, we're good friends. Yeah. And he just fucking grabs her. Chad grabs her hips and pulls her towards him. He's like, man, I just really want to kiss you right now. I just gotta do it. She's like, no. And he's like, oh, come on, Annie, come on, a little kiss, come on. And she's like, no, I don't want to kiss you. Oh my God, no, Jose, stop it. You're my friend. What are you doing? He's like, I just want to fucking kiss you, bitch. And then fucking Christian comes out, and he attacks Jose. He goes like, God, told you. She said no, dude. She said no. And he's like, whatever. And he fucking walks away. And then she fucking vomits all over herself. And Christian Grey's like holding her hair back. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm throwing up, I'm disgusting. He's like, it's fine. And he fucking carries her away into the darkness. It's like, excuse me? Just carries her away, Chad. And then she wakes up and she's in a fucking hotel room somewhere. Complete overclothes her. Well, they're not off, but she's been changed. And she's like, what the fuck? And she sees on the goddamn mantelpiece some orange juice, drink this, and these pills, eat these. She does both. She's like, which one do I do first? And she does them, though. And then eventually Christian walks in. He goes, sup? And she's like, where am I? And he goes, you're at the fucking Marriott. I'm staying in the hotel right now. I thought it'd be awkward to take you back to my place. And she goes, okay. Well, did you change me? He goes, I had to change you. You were covered in vomit. Couldn't have you stinking up my hotel room. And she's like, okay, all right, that's fair enough. And he goes, eat something, eat these now. Yeah, he gets like butters or toast. You toast butter. And he gives her the buttered toast. And she's like, okay. She says, this is kind of really awkward. I should probably call my friends. You don't need to call them. And he immediately takes his fucking shirt off. She's like, what is happening now? Is this a movie? Hashtag me too, all the time, every single scene. He just takes his shirt off and goes, see what you like? And she goes, and he fucking goes on top of the bed, Chad, is on top of her at this point, and bites some of the toast. He goes, I smell bad. I need to take a shower. And he fucking walks away and takes a shower. She's like, are you going to be naked in there? So after he takes his shower, and he comes out, you lost me? He actually says that. He comes out, and he's like, I can't leave you alone, Annie. You can't take care of yourself. And she's like, I can do whatever I want, okay? It's like, I don't know how, she's like, you know how you feel. The way you bite, you're like, now they're in the elevator chat, and she's like, she's biting her lip. She's like, He's like, when you bite your lip, it makes me want to do things to you, but I can't do them. It wouldn't be right. And she's like, well, let's say you wanted not to be right, but to be wrong. What would you do to me? He's like, I would do this! And he grabs her, and he starts just smooching her, Chad. They start smooching the elevators. Oh, my God, the elevator smooches have commenced, Chad. Holy shit. And the elevators open up, all these business guys go, and like, it's okay, fellas, you can come in. I'm sorry, we're good. And they all go in there. It's like, well, anyway, as I was saying, Bob, about this meeting, yeah. And eventually they go outside. And she's like, I gotta go home. He's like, I don't want you to go home right now. And she goes, okay. She's like, I want you to come to my abode where I live. And she's like, oh, okay. He's like, let's go take a helicopter ride. She's like, you know how to fly a helicopter? He goes, yup. And so they get into a goddamn helicopter, chat. And they fucking fly over to his house, which, again, don't know where he is. No idea. Like, she's just like, oh, this is so much fun. Never been in a helicopter before. It's cool. Like, he's like, this is the fucking easiest kidnapping ever done. She's not, like, assessing her surroundings, not looking for any fucking landmarks anywhere. It's like, she could be anywhere in the world. She wouldn't even fucking know. There's no longer, she's just captivated, chat, by Christian Grey and his wealth and the surroundings of the helicopter showcasing. Thank you, the retro couple. Yeah, it's been a hot minute, retro couple. Welcome back to the stream. Woo! Time to relax. Happy to have you, retro couple. You're just in time for the playroom. It's very good. No, thank you for resubscribing. Really do appreciate it. Let me serenade you. Let me entertain you. And so they go to his house, chat, and it looks fucking immaculate. A lot of modern art in there. Very fancy, very confusing. A lot of metaphors, a lot of allegories in the art, chat. And, you know, they're just hanging out. She's like, so... am I like your girlfriend now? Because she doesn't know how boyfriend, girlfriend stuff works. And so she's very, just kind of taken aback by everything. He goes, I mean, do you want to be that with me? And she goes, I mean, you're taking me to coffee and you're buying me books. And then we have this weird kind of rapport with each other. It's just odd. It's just very odd. He's like, I don't do the dating thing. Okay, I don't do the romance thing. Okay, now what I do, it's a little different. It's a little different. She's like, all right, but I mean, wouldn't you just, I don't know, want to go like out sometime? It's not always has to be about, like sex. It could be so many things. He goes, I don't have sex. I don't make love. I fuck. And she's like, He's like, let me show you something. Let me show you something. I hope you're taking notes in this masterpiece. I am! I love that line. He says it with such a... She's like, do you ever just make love to someone? He goes, I don't make love. I fuck. I love it. I fuck hard. That's right. I forgot that. Excuse me. Let me redo it, Chili. Reverse. Don't you just ever make love to someone? He's like, I don't make love. I fuck. I fuck hard. He says it with a straight face. I really want to know how many takes of that scene that do. Maybe just nailed in one. I don't know. What I do is different. It's called murder. He's like, no, let me introduce you to my world. And so we go throughout this giant fucking house. I don't know. Maybe it's an apartment. I don't know where the fuck we are. But that's a big house. It goes to, this is my playroom. Like, this one door, this weird fucking door just in the middle of the house. He goes, like, this is where you keep your Xboxes and stuff. And he goes, I don't play Xbox. I fuck hard. And he opens the door. It's this really he has this old, it's so funny. He has this old timey fucking like key ring, like from the 18th century. Well, I said, why the fuck you wearing that around your fucking waist? And there's this giant iron key on it. And he's like, here we go. It's like, it's all the things, all the locks like shift over. And unlocks it. And she opens the fucking door. And she's like, oh my God. Thank you. Just remember the 20 pennies. You like play? That's what the next line should have been. You like PlayStation? Then that's fine. You know, whatever console you like playing on. Thank you, Jason Bear. And they walk in, Chad, and it is the bondage, kinky, sweaty, fetish room, and it has all the whips you can imagine, Chad. Horsehair whips, leather whips, all sorts of whips, bondage equipment. Bracers, a lot of fucking rope. And she's like, oh my God. She's like seeing all this stuff, and he's like, this is what I do to women. And she's like, did you torture them? He's like, I don't torture them. No. Everything I do in here is completely legal, okay? And completely consensual, all right? Anytime they want me to stop, I stop. Those are the rules. It's part of the contract. She's like, you have a fucking contract. I have a contract, yes. And you, Annie, I want you to be my new submissive. She's like, is that like your slave? And he's like, no. And he's like, do you know about the dominatrix and submissive? And she's like, I don't know what any of that means. And he's like, I belong to, it's like fucking a superhero reveal. It's like when Batman like shows Terry McGinnis is like, welcome to my world, Terry, of bondage equipment. I used to have Alfred do all this stuff to me, but now I have you, Terry. I have you. Welcome to my world. It's like, yo, he's going to be the next Batman. It's like, no, you're going to be my new fucking dom and or sub. And that's what I need. I need a new sub. I want to do all these things to you, okay? And she's like, this is kind of like really overwhelming at this point. He's like, let me show you what will happen if you agree to this, And he goes to the other like side of the house. She has a whole fucking way of the house, a whole bed. This would be your room. You could decorate it with whatever you would want. And she's just like, okay, cool. So I'm going to move in with you. He's like, of course not, you dumb bitch. No, you would be here for 3 days. So 3 days, Friday through Sunday, okay? And then you go back to your regular life. But when you're here, you are mine. As long as you sign the contract, that is. And she's like, okay. And she's got like, I just gotta like take a lot of this, and I gotta take a lot of this. He's like, what's there to think about? And he starts like just caressing her and grabbing her. She's like, he's like, what's wrong? What's wrong, Annie? Don't you want this? I know you're curious about this kind of thing. And it could stop. Just tell me no. She says, I've never had sex before. And he's like, what? What? And he's like, I've never done it before. I've never had sex. He's like, but you have all these guys lusting after you. You have rapey Jose. You have blonde hardware store guy. They want you, Annie. They have the same predatory look that I have when I look at you, when I look at a rare steak. That's what I want. How have you never had sex before, Annie? And she's like, there's so many times, but I was just waiting for the right person. And I think I found him. And he's like, I will show you a world. And he proceeds, chat, to fuck. He doesn't make love, chat. He proceeds to fuck hard. And this is when we get the first sex scene when he takes Annie's virginity, chat. And apparently Dakota Johnson says this was the best sex scene she filmed because it was the one that felt like the most natural and real, aside from all the other weird kinky shit. And so he does it. He fucks her, Chad. He fucks her. You see the buzz. It's like nothing's hot about it. I'm gonna tell you right now. People are like, oh yeah, here's the sex. It's really 69. I have 69 viewers, chat. How appropriate. And so, but there's really nothing sexually. I mean, maybe for some people there is, but for me, I'm like, yeah, it's nothing this movie's doing is, getting me excited. But he doesn't make love to her, Chad. He fucks her hard, and she wakes up and he's right there just staring at her. And she's like, don't you like, this is like the morning now. Or no, she wakes up and he's like, and he's like, don't you like sleep? He's like, I don't sleep. It's like, how the fuck do you not sleep, dude? He's like, I function with very little sleep. She goes, okay. He's like, I smell bad. I'm gonna go take a shower. And he goes take a shower. She goes downstairs. She's like, I just had sex. This is so exciting. It's great. And she's like making breakfast for herself, Chad, because when you have sex, you get hungry, right? She's like, I need all the food inside me. I think I'm pregnant. Now. It's like, Annie, no. That's not how this works. It's not how this works. And so she's making fucking breakfast and everything, having a good time. He comes down. He apparently doesn't make any fucking sound because when she's doing her little I had sex dance and she's eating eggs and bacon and toast, she turns around. He's immediately like right behind her. She goes, Jesus Christ. He's pulling Batman. She's pulling a Batman. He's like, I see you're quite happy today. She goes, it was just a really nice time, Christian. You were really great. He goes, I'm glad you liked it. Would you like to sign the contract? And she's like, well, I got to think about it. But then, oh no, Chad, a little bit of a ding-dong, the intercom, a little ding-dong. And he goes to check, and he goes, oh no, it's my mother. It's like, oh, the wacky shenanigans. He goes, you must change. And she's like, oh God. And she goes to her room, Chad. She puts some clothes on, and he's like, mother's always checking up on me to see if I'm doing anything bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut her off before she gets in here, okay? And she's like, all right. And so fucking Mama Grace, she walks in, Chad. She's got Taylor. He's taking her all the stuff. And she goes, where's my son? He fucking walks in. Oh, there he is. There's my billionaire 27-year-old. And then Annie immediately comes up behind him. And she goes, hi, Mama Grace. She goes, oh, you brought another one. And she's like, what does that mean? She's like, oh, nothing, darling. She's pretty much okay with it. She knows her son fucks hard, Chad. She goes, okay, that's fine. I'm happy for him. No, great to meet you. Annie, was it? Great to meet you. Hope you're taking care of my son. But she's having a great goddamn time. After that, also, Also, Chad, we get I think I missed a sex scene. There was another sex scene after they have sex. We get another sex scene when he uses his tie to tie up her hands, Chad, like above her head, and he fucks her that way too. You got that scene right there. After Mama leaves, she's like, okay, Christian, you gotta tell me about this stuff, because Mama looked at me like I was just another one of your whores, and so you gotta explain some stuff to me, right? He goes, okay, fine. There have been 15 other women that have been inside the playroom and in this bedroom you currently occupy. And she's like, 15? Holy shit. He goes, yes, I have had many subs, but I want you to be the sub, Annie. You have what it takes. She's like, okay, I gotta learn more about this. Like, how the fuck do you get into all this? And then they go for a walk on the grounds, chat. And this is where I'm like, okay, this is when it gets a little weird. Oh, this is what she read. She's like 15. Well, the thing is, you gotta remember, chat. 15 for Annie's like a lot, because she literally has never had sex before. So when she hears like a number, it's like, is it more than 2? Oh my God, that way we can have sex, we get married after that. Like, she is that fucking naive. That's what she believes. So they go walking out on the grounds, chat. And she's like, okay, this whole fucking Dom sub-world, I've never heard of this, which I think is fucking bullshit. Yes, you have. How are you that goddamn naive? She doesn't use... Oh. There's another scene coming up here in just a bit, chat. And it's like, how has she been able to function and live in this world, this sweet summer child of Annie? But... they'll walk on the ground. She's like, okay, you gotta tell me about this Dom sub stuff, because I've never heard of it. And he just says, oh yeah, when I was 15 years old, my mom's best friend molested me. And I'm like, whoa. Whoa. He's like, yeah, she molested me when I was 15, and she kept molesting me for 7 years after that. We just did that. I was her sub, and she was my Dom. And I'm just like, wait, what? I'm like, wait a minute. So the whole idea is like, this isn't, it's like, he really, oh God. It's like this point, this is when the movie's like, okay, this is a fucking thriller now. This is kind of scary, and like, he was molested as a child. And this molestation has a mass chat in this very, very, sociopathic personality, because he doesn't really display many human emotions. He struggles with that. He clearly has many emotional and psychological scars, and the only way to truly express himself is through having very kinky sex with bondage equipment. It's like, you gotta talk to somebody about this. So all of a sudden, they're like, oh, it just happens. You know, it's just like, whatever. And she's like, and Annie's like, oh my God, you did you tell your parents? He goes, no. She's like, what happened to your mom's friend who molested you for 7 years? Oh, I still keep up with her. You do what? And it's like, this is not good. Like, this is the part of the movie I'm like, all right, this is fucking dangerous right here. Like, if people who have been molested as children, raped as children, chat, and have them like, oh yeah, I still keep up with my molester. You know, I'm still their molesty. It's like, that is troubling right there, chat. That's what I'm like, all right, fuck that movie. Fuck this movie up its ass, chat. You know, because that is disturbing as all hell. And she's like, you keep in touch with her? He's like, oh yeah, I call her for advice and things, you know, because she's still a Dom and I want to be a Dom. And we ended it, you know. When I was 22, and she's like, oh, okay, listen, I gotta think about this. Okay, I really have to think about this. And he's like, no, and you are different, okay? Just let me give you the contract. Think it over, read it, think it over. Then she's like, I'm gonna graduate. We're gonna move to Seattle, because I understand. It'll take all the time, take months to learn about these things. It's totally fine. But then call me and make your final decision. Thank you, Deadpool, for the 5 biddies. These shades could have been an interesting exploration of the cycle of abuse. Yes, and sexuality. Yes. There's like, that's interesting. He has all the elements for it, but no, it's about the sex stuff. And then the sex stuff's not even like, it's kind of like, blech. Nothing really that there. It's that what happened with the actors from Triple. I have no idea. Jason Barrett, think of the 25 biddies. But he's like, think it over. And so she fucking... Oh, she graduates, chat. She graduates, and of course he's the speaker. I don't know why he's the speaker of the graduation. I guess because he's a tech billionaire, and there you go. And she's like, "Oh my God, there he is." And then she's talking with her stepdad after the ceremony, and Christian Grey's like, "Hello," and he's like, "Oh, Dad, this is my boyfriend." Yes, I am Annie's boyfriend. She is my girlfriend. Nice to meet you, sir. He goes, hi. And Dad's just in this one scene. Stepdad's in one scene. Then he's gone. And he's fucking gone, chat. He's like, have you read the contract? And she goes, no, I was busy preparing for graduation. She's like, you should read the contract. Goodbye. And he leaves. And so after she gets home from graduation, chat, there's a fucking tech guy, like a guy who's setting up internet to her house. 'Cause this is the thing. Christian says, have you gotten my emails? And she goes, no, this is the part that cracks me up. Because she says, have you gotten some of my emails I've sent you about the sub-dom culture? And she goes, no, I don't have a computer. Are you, wait a minute. You're telling me that Annie, who has been going to college, does not have her own computer, does not have her own desktop or her own laptop. How have you been able to fucking function in modern? I can understand if you're fucking 85, you're not going to use a computer. I get that. I understand that. But you're telling me that a 21-year-old girl who's going to college, who lives in one of the, in Seattle, near Seattle, chat, one of the biggest tech-based cities in the United States, does not own a fucking computer? Bull fucking shit. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's like, this movie's just like, no, come on. And so, but he's like, oh, I'll fix it that. And he sent a tech guy over who somehow got inside the house. Well, no, her roommate who's also here. He's like, here's your brand new Apple computer. Even though I work for the biggest tech guy in the world, we only use Apple, not great computer. Whatever, it doesn't make any sense. She's like, I don't know how the computer works. You have to show me, roommate. She has to show me. This is how you fucking open the internet. This is how you do an email. It's fucking weird. And eventually she moves to Seattle with her roommate. Montage. And he's always sending her messages about, have you read the contract? She finally does start reading the contract, chat. Like all these things, and how like this non-disclosure agreement, anything that happens with me, anything that happens in the playroom, you cannot tell anyone, a single living soul, even though she proceeds to do so anyway later in the movie. They have all these other things that I would like to do to you, including anal fisting, vaginal fisting. I want to be able to choke you, but all this is consensual, of course. And even though there are specific safe words you'll see in bold and marked in yellow. Yellow will be the safe word to say that's too much. Red will be the play session. The playroom ends okay when I'm doing the fisting and the bondage and the tying and the choking and the whipping. All this. She's like, holy fucking shit. She's reading all this stuff. And then he's typing to send her emails. And he's like, do you need any help? She's like, I still don't know what like dumb sub is. He's like, why don't you just fucking, and he just says, just look up submissive online, please. And she does that. And she sees all these fucking images. She had all these people like in bondage and things. She's like, oh my God. Oh, he wants to do that to me. Oh my God. She's like, just freaked out by it. And eventually, what happens here after this? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Better Kane. Thank you so much for resubscribing. 22 months. Happy to have you back. I would come and write at this part. Hey, Better Kane. Hope you're doing very well. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Fucking Google. That's basically what he says. Just Google. But she's never in this world. She's never used a computer before, so she doesn't know what's Google. She doesn't know what Google is. So it's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So she looks it up, and he sends her another email like another day. She's acclimating her life in Seattle, enjoying herself with her friend and everything. Oh, and he sends us like, so have you looked up what submissive dom is? She goes, listen, Christian, I'm just not really into this thing. Goodbye, bye. She sends an email. And then, thank you, Junction, for the 5 days. What's a butt? Well, we'll get to that. What's a butt plug? We'll get to that. So then, she's just doing laundry in her apartment, chat. Literally doing laundry in her apartment. She just threw a load in, and she's going to go get the rest of her dirty clothes in her room for the second load. She walks into her room, puts her clothes in, and he fucking appears like a goddamn specter of death right out in front of her door, chat. Like, walks into her bedroom. And she's like, how did you get into my apartment? He's like, I have a key. She's like, how do you what is happening? At that point, be like, this is scary. This is a horror film at this point. It's a horror film. That's not what happens. That's not what happens, because he's like, Annie, you didn't even answer any of my other emails. He's like, I just don't know what to feel right now. And he goes, you know what to feel. You had that feeling. I saw it in your eyes. I know what you want. She goes, yeah, I want to fuck hard. And they proceed to fuck. They proceed to have sex where he ties her up with the tie again, and they fuck on her bed. And I'm like, this is horror erotica. And I'm like, wow. And that's what happens. That's what fucking happens. And then they finish and everything. And she's like, listen, I just want to be friends. He's like, I don't do friends, okay? I don't do girlfriends and boyfriends, okay? As I told you, I fuck hard. That's what I do. And she goes, okay, well, we need to have a business meeting, so you got to get out of my apartment right now. And he goes, make me. And she goes, yeah. She goes, oh, fuck. She says red. He goes, okay, fucking fine. All right, fine. He leaves. He's like, you got to go over the contract. And so she sets up a business meeting with Christian Grey. They go back to his, like, his fucking building and shit. She's wearing this very sexy dress. She has this red dress, showing off the bazungas, showing off the ass, everything, the thighs, the calves, all the good stuff. And he goes, oh, good to see you, fucking Annie. She goes, hi. And he touches her back. He's like, business meeting. He goes, all right, bitch. And they go and they sit down. And, he's like, I would like to go over several things that I have obtained in the contract. One being the address is different, so that must be amended. He's like, I will amend the address. I will update the address to your new Seattle address, which I should know because I've been following you and stalking you. I broke in your house and kind of, I don't know, raped you, but kind of close to it. Kind of close to intimidating enough to have sex with you. So I guess that's kind of rape. So he's like, amended. She's like, I would also like to go to, there's like 50 pages in this contract, by the way. I like you go to page 25, subclause 2B. And he goes, yes. Vaginal and anal fisting? No, none of that. He goes, are you sure? And she's like, yes, I'm sure, Christian. He goes, all right, fine, whatever. And, does that. Also, I will go to page 35, subclause 3D. And he goes, yes, it's like the use of dildos, vibrators, and genital clamps. I don't know. That sounds very scary. And she goes, I will not participate in genital clamps. He's like, okay, genital clamps off the list for genital clamps. And so she goes like, now let's go to page 37. And she says, what are butt plugs? And then the fucking staff just walk out, these goddamn lifeless automatons shout, and they're setting down fish. I was like, oh, I see what you're doing here. Sushi. I was like, God damn it, you are not subtle about this movie. Put sushi down, sushi and white wine. And they just proceed to walk away. And she's like, oh, embarrassed and flushed. And she goes, so I guess your staff knows about all this kind of stuff. She goes, they know as much as what I want to tell them. So they're very much aware he's into all this fucking weird shit. I mean, his fucking lawyers know. They do up these contracts and everything. And butt plugs, they put them up your ass, Annie. She's like, oh, no, my butt, right up your butt. And she's like, well, okay, I guess I can do this now. I guess I will participate in this various BDSM shenanigans. And so she fucking, she's writes the goddamn thing. She signs it. And he's like, well, this is another great line that he has. He says, well, great. Now that you wrote, we can go back to my apartment or my fucking abode. And because I would like to fuck you so hard into next week. And she goes, no, it's not Friday, Christian. It's Thursday. And he goes, fuck, you're right. So he doesn't own her yet. She doesn't control her. And Eventually, she goes out of her apartment, and he bought her a fucking car. It's the next scene. He's like, here's your car. Here's your graduation gift I forgot to give you. She's like, oh, my God, you bought me a fucking car? He goes, yeah, here's your car. So now you can drive to my home right now. We're going to have sex right now. Let's fucking do it. And she goes, okay. Jason Bayer, thank you for the 20, but he's hard. Squishy Ashley, welcome to Shrimp. Remember to take a deep breath, and it will help in the future. Do it. It's not Taco Tuesday, but no, it's fucking a hard Friday, chat. And so they go to his abode, chat, where at this point, like, okay, we're just going to do some very easygoing things here. So we're going to go to the playroom and the spanking. They start doing a little spanking, chat, a little boop, 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 boop. A little spanking happens, chat, just on the booty. A little bit of that eventually. He gets, and then all these scenes just to me are kind of goofy and funny in hindsight. Like, not really all that sexy. I mean, some people, they obviously are sexy. For me, I'm just like, all right. He spanks her on the ass a couple times, chat. He puts her in some, like, them clamps, puts her on top of the bed like this, so she's hanging, and we see him undo his pants with this just fucking just huge amount of bush, chat, like a 70s era bush that has never been trimmed before, chat, and this very plastic rubber penis. It's like you see like the top of it, like the shaft, chat. It's like, hey, ain't fucking real. I ain't the goose. I know what a penis looks like. And he fucks her. And it's like, whoa, that was fucking amazing. That was great. That was great. Also, I forgot the scene beforehand. So part of the contract is she needs to take contraception, chat, because he said, I don't do kids. I have no babies. I want no goddamn babies. And she goes, well, now that I'm on the pill, the doctor says I have to wait at least 4 weeks now in order for no baby making to happen in my tummy. And he's like, wait, what? He's like, I'm just joking. Let's spank my ass. And that's what they do that. And apparently, chat, the kinky sex stuff has been going so well. They're enjoying each other in the sex stuff. He's like, okay, time to meet the folks at my parents' house. And so he takes her to the parents' house. Shit, they're all sitting around fucking dinner. all sitting around dinner right now, and they're just eating fucking food and shit, and he's constantly grabbing at her vagina and her underneath, like her thighs and shit, and she's like, fucking stop it, not now. Like, you're not gonna do it now in front of your mom and dad, but he's like, what difference does it make? It's like, it's just, no, not now. And you know, the mom and dad seem like regular people, kind of. And mom's feels a little cold. I get that sense. Maybe she's aware of what her son actually does. Also, he has a brother, by the way. His brother is, he uses his brother for his sexcapades and things, like to distract so he can have his prey and stuff. And so at one point when he went to pick up, like, Annie from the bar, I forgot to mention this earlier. He's such a nothing character. I don't know if he turns into something different later on. He used him to distract the roommate so he can take Annie home. That's to it, or to his hotel. That's what his brother does. And his brother's always with another woman like every other day. Like, he has a revolving fucking door woman. So they're all fucked. Some of this family's fucked up, clearly. Something happened to the brother, too. I'm guessing. Also, we find out Christian is adopted. So he's also not blood related to, like, any of these people. So I wonder if there's more to that. There might be. I have no idea. I even know that's his blood brother. I have no idea. So Andy's talking. The parents are like, oh, so where are your folks living? Andy says, oh, my dad lives in New Mexico. My mom lives in Georgia. I'm excited because I'm going to be visiting her tomorrow. Christian goes, you're what? And he goes, I'm going to visit her tomorrow. And he goes, oh, he gets very flustered about this news chase. Again, doesn't know how to feel about it. Doesn't know how to feel about it, chap. And at this point, the mom's just like, well, who wants dessert? And he goes, well, we're going to pass. I told Annie I'd show her the grounds of the Gray estate. He goes, all right, well, enjoy yourselves. And he fucking takes her out, and he's just fucking pulling her, like aggressively pulling her as her walker. She's like, I can't walk that fast in these high heels. And he just fucking grabs her and throws her over his shoulder. She just starts walking. She's like, Christian! And he just starts spanking her ass, like, ah! She's like, stop spanking my butt! And then eventually puts her down this pool/greenhouse area. He's like, when were you going to tell me you're going to go to Georgia? And she goes, what are you talking about? It's on a Monday. And he goes, I need to know where you are all the time, okay? You're mine. And she's like, according to the contract, I am not yours Monday through Thursday, okay? All right? So just you got to fucking relax, or you got to take it easy about this kind of thing, all right? I'm participating in this. You have to adhere to the contract just as much as I do, Christian. He goes, he's just very pissed off about it. And so then she goes and visits her mom, chat, in Georgia. And during the same time, she's talking to mom. The mom, like, again, she's on, like, her fifth husband. Now, I'm going to get married again. Woo! Let's have a bachelorette party. And they're drinking and shit. And, you know, Dakota Johnson, she's like, Annie's just like, whatever. Then she fucking is texting Christian while she's away. She's like, I miss you so much and things. He's like, maybe I can come see you. She goes, no, we got to adhere to the contract. And he fucking calls his molester, chat. Says, I need your advice. And she's like, I got you, Christian. I got you. Just goad her. Just show her that you're the dom. And he goes, all right. And so then somehow we see Annie and her mom in a restaurant, chat, enjoying some drinks, enjoying some martinis, and Christian just fucking shows up. He's just there. She's like, how did you find me? And then the mom's like, oh, I see your little, this is your boyfriend. Nice to meet you. You're so handsome. I'm going to let you two talk. I'm just going to lead the scene now. And she's like, Christian, what are you doing? And she's like, I just can't help myself, Annie. I need you, okay? I need you. I need to come inside of you. And she's like, okay, all right. Well, we can't do it here right now. He's like, hey, you want to go for a plane ride? She's like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, let's go for a plane ride. That's what I want to do right now. And so he takes her to this airfield, and they fly around this goddamn plane, chat. You know, around Georgia. He's like, hey, I'm going to take you home now. She goes, wait, what? And he fucking takes her home, chat, in this plane. Eventually they land there. He's like, I just need you right now. Okay. I just need you. And she's like, I don't know. And we get like this fucking playroom montage, chat, of him doing all these sorts of things to her. Eventually he gets this like fucking whip. Gets this whip, chat. Before he just kind of like was tapping her with the whip and see, it's just fear inside your head. You're like, doesn't actually hurt. It's fine. That's all it is. It's the impression. It's just the idea that you have control, not actually. But this time he's like, nah, I'm gonna fucking whip you, bitch. And he takes out this fucking whip and goes, whoosh, whoosh, like fucking like goddamn JC on the cross shit, just whipping him as he's dragging that cross, like just doing that. It's like, holy shit. Until her back's all fucking bruised and whipped up and her butt's all whipped up, chat. And then she's like, all right, I'm fucking done with this at this point. Like, listen, this contract's bullshit. Why can't you be normal? Why can't you be normal, Christian? He's screaming, and she's like, I can't help myself. This is who I am. I'm 50 shades of fucked up, which is a line in the movie. I assume that's a line in the book, and I guess that's why it's called 50 Shades of Grey, because it's 50 Shades of fucked up. That says 50 Shades, because it's all fucked up. And she's like, why can't you just hold me? Why can't we just, like, cuddle in bed and stuff? Why can't we just go to the movies and, like, have a nice dinner and hang out with friends or grab a beer or, like, just do regular companies? Because I don't understand those things, okay? That's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. She's like, you should get help. She's like, I don't need any help. I'm perfect the way I am. She's like, well, I don't think you're perfect, Mr. Gray. I hate you. And she's like, I'm going to leave. I'm going to fucking leave. And she's going out the door. He's like, Anna. And she's like, Christian. And the elevator closed. She's like, I don't know when the elevator's going to open. I'm confused. What? I hate these things. And that, my friends, that is 50 Shades of Grey, the movie, the first film in the 50 Shades of Fucked Up trilogy, chat. Wow-a-wee-wa. What a turd of a movie. The thing is, honestly, it's like, even though the kinky shit, like, oh, you're excited about that, it's none of it's really that big. I was like, all right. I mean, I was not impressed by any of that. And the thing is, it really comes down to it, chat. It's just that it's outside of the kinky stuff. It's just how the characters are presented and the scenarios and the whole fact that you have this really creepy guy lusting after this woman, Chad, just suddenly appearing in her fucking home like it's totally okay, and she being like, all right, whatever, and having sex. Like, this is a really bad precedent for people. That's a really bad precedent for everybody. And so it's kind of fucking, it's fucked up and it's offensive and it does not treat women well. It doesn't treat guys well. I mean, every other guy in the movie is just rapey. Every guy is rapey or weird, and every girl is very submissive or naive. And it's like no one comes out of this movie looking great. Honestly, yeah, it's a shit film, chat. It's a really shit film, and the more I thought about it, it's like not even. I mean, there's funny scenes. It's like I laughed at that. I fuck hard. 50 Shades of fucked. Like, oh, that's like, that's so stupid. What's a butt plug? Like, oh, that's hilarious. But man, I don't. This is a fuck you on the double toasted scale, chat. This is a fucked up movie. That's why I would give it to you. This is for kids. It is a fucked up film. I would say the only way to truly watch this for me, I would say, is to watch this with a commentary track. Go to like a Mystery Science Theater 3000-esque type of show, or like locally we have Master Pancake. Like, that's how I would do it. That's what I would do it, Chad. This is just, it's just trash. I didn't care for it all. I was just kind of bored. It's too long. It's 2 hours. It's over 2 hours. It's too much. It's too much. So yeah, Chad, just a goddamn waste of time. But I still hope you enjoyed the review. I did watch it, Chad. I did it it's all for you, Chad. It's all for you. Oh, for the record, that's a really bad example. Exactly, bad record for BDSM too. True. Because even the people who are in the BDSM, listen, I'm not kink shaming at all. That stuff doesn't bother me in the movie. As I said, that's not the stuff that bothers me at all. It's the stuff outside of that that's weird to me. How these characters interact with each other outside of it. Like him just suddenly being in her home or following her work, stalking her. That's like, this is fucked up. That I don't like. Should name the movie 50 Shades of Red Flags. Exactly, Deadpool. Think of the 10 biddies, too. I enjoyed the review, and I'm happy I never had to see it now. Night Day, Nick. As a competent director, Sam Taylor Johnson, that makes the movie so much. What else has he done? Jason Bayer, thank you for the 100 biddies. Great recap. Movie, somewhat bullshit. Recap better than sex. I appreciate that. Author clearly does understand BDSM. Doesn't understand BDSM. Doesn't understand relationships. Unless she has like a rape fantasy. We're all pregnant now. Just because Protector is normal compared to him. Yeah, I can see that. They have very similar personalities, actually. If they cast a less handsome actor, he would. Yes, that's the thing, chat. That's the biggest. It's like, oh, fuck off. If this guy was ugly and fat and gross or whatever, chat, like whatever, this would totally change. This would totally change. But then you think, oh, because he's handsome, because he's rich, that's okay for him to do all these things and stalk people and literally, kind of almost raping people. It's like, nah, this is fucked up. Nah. You review hard. I review. I just don't review. I review hard. If he was an average, it'd be a Criminal Minds episode. Yep. Mm-hmm. Have to look like Chris Herman. This is straight. Exactly. If it was me, Jen. If it was me, that's a great point. I did. If I was the one doing it, it's just like if I would ever say to a woman, he's like, I don't do romance. I fuck hard. I would be on some goddamn list, chat. I'd be on a sexual offenders list immediately. I was like, all right, get him. The FBI would tackle me, chat. That'll be it for me. It would be over. Okay? It's not going to work that way. Patient away the 365 recap now. Hey, I don't think that's on my list. If you guys want a review for that, you want to put it on the movie poll, chat, I can get it. We can get it tonight. Oh, Chris, I think if the director did Know Our Boy, where Kelly Johnson played John Lennon. That's how the two of them fell in love. I never saw that movie. Glad. If it was Chris, everyone here would sign the contract so fast. Fuck hard. Sounds like a Die Hard. It does sound like a Die Hard parody. Oh, I'm sure I said, is there a Christian Grey-like playroom at the Juicy Human Residence? I have a Sonic playroom. You'll see some of it, chat. What I'm about to show you. I don't share this with many people. Oh, my God. Christian Grey and Chris Herman together. Yes, finally. The dynamic duo, chat. Cry review hard, not fuck. I'm not going to, it's not that hard to do normal things. Yeah, that's a Sonic playroom indeed. You're going to see some of it tonight, chat. But there you go, guys. That was my review for 50 Shades of Grey. Perhaps I will do the entire trilogy one day. I think I only have the first one on here. I don't know if I have 50 Shades of Blue, 50 Shades of Herman. I don't know if I have 50 Shades Grayer and 50 Shades. I don't know what these movies are called. I don't know if I have the other ones on there. But chat, before I come back, and I got to do a review for Harley. Actually, how long was this review? Well, it's 2 hours. I don't know. This was a long review. This one took a lot out of me, chat, not going to lie. Darker and freed. Oh, 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Freed. Okay. 50 Flavors of Juicy. Oh, 50 Flavors of Juicy. There you go. That's the one. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll hold off. Maybe we'll hold off on Harley Quinn. We'll hold off on Harley Quinn today. And I'll do that one. I don't know, but now I got Twilight New Moon tomorrow, chat. It might be hard. So, yeah, to give you an idea for tomorrow. No, I'm very welcome to stream. Because I want to get to the Sonic. People want the Sonic. People really want the Sonic. I think that's the thing. You know what? That's what we'll do it. We'll do Harley Quinn tomorrow, chat. Because I know you guys really want to get to the Sonic. That's how we'll do it. Harley Quinn after the review or after the gameplay. Jason Merrick, think of the 20 biddies. Appreciate that. You know, you come back and think on it. You come back and think. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and refreshen up my beverage. In the meantime, entertain yourselves amongst yourselves, chat, and stick around. I'll be right back.